Did you know you can become a millionaire with just $500 a month? Let's address the famous question of how much should I put in, or what is the minimum amount of money I can put into my IUL. You're going to then see that it's not what you begin with, but it's what you end up with. So my name is Justin Smith, and I've been helping people with max-funded IULs since the beginning of the pandemic. So I'm a big proponent for people that has long-term goals as far as retirement, saving for kids funding, even real estate deals. This is where you can accumulate your money and move it to the next level safely, where it's liquid and safe, and projectiles has rate of return anywhere between 7 and 10%. Mind you, we don't even have to pay tax when we take the money out, or when we die and we're able to transfer it to our heirs. Meaning when I'm long gone, there's no income tax due to anyone who I leave it behind to. There are actually not many vehicles or instruments that give you access like this. On top of that, there is no other vehicle in the entire revenue code that lets you grow your money tax-free, take out your money tax-free, and when you die, you can transfer it and it blossoms tax-free. So when the question is asked of how much I need to put in, just keep in mind that for starters, you have to at least cover the cost of insurance. Now, this is all dictated underneath the tax citations of TEFRA, DEFRA, and TAMRA about how much you can actually maximize or put into these policies. So that means the real question is, what's the most amount you can put into these? This is generally what we call the guideline single premium, meaning this is what you want to allow to be in the policy for the life of the policy, but it can't be funded any faster than 11 years. Now, for example, let's say it's $500,000. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be $500,000, but let's just say that's the most you can put in over the first 11 years. In fact, you can actually put that in the first year to 5 years, and you'll be completely done funding your policy. The good thing about it is there's no limit to how much it can grow. That $500,000 can go to millions and millions of dollars tax-free. What matters is how much you can actually put in. So if you're trying to set up a contract, a policy, or one of these index universal lives, and you want to use the smallest premium, you really want to think about what you can use or what you can put in on a monthly basis. Let's say today you say, hey, I want to put $25 a month on my newborn baby. Did you know that $25 a month on a newborn baby can grow anywhere from tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars over time? But if you can, start by socking away about $500 a month, which is $6,000 a year. Now, you can put more than that in there, and you can also put less of that in there. But if you put more of that in there, you can also just cruise it all the way through. So if you throw in $10,000, $20,000 and you have to stop and not put anything in, you can do that. That's if the minimum is $500 a month and you've already divided that into how much you can put into the policy. It also allows for flexibility. This is why it's called universal life, because you can universally be able to put it in minimum funding or maximum funding. But the question is, how much do you want to accumulate to be able to have tax-free income at the end of the day? Let's use the rule of 72, for example. Rule of 72 says you take that interest rate of that investment that you're earning, and that interest rate, you divide that by 72. That means if you're earning 8% and you divide it by 72, your money doubles every 9 years. And if you were to put 10%, or if you were making 10% interest and you divide it by 72, your money would double every 7.2 years. And if you're earning 7.2%, which were people were earning in the worst decade ever during the Great Depression, you could literally fall asleep, knock out, suck your thumb, wake up, and 10 years later, your money is doubled. The average return was 7.2%. If you start socking away $500 a month for 35 years, and the average rate of return is 7.5%, you would have, after that 35 years, you would have $1,015,000 waiting for you, tax-free. So to answer that minimum question, if you want to have $1 million, I suggest you suck away $500 a month for the next 30 to 35 years. Or if you say, Justin, I got a lump sum right now. What can I put away right now and not even think about, and in 30 years I'll have $1 million? That number is $125,000. You put $125,000 right now, your money will grow in 35 years to $1 million. Meaning, if you put that 125 away and you're earning 7.2% and your money doubles every 10 years, that in 10 years it'd be what, 250, and then it'd be 500, and then you'd be at $1 million by 30 years. So when I meet with clients, I say, how much money do you need in today's dollar? Meaning, how much would you need to sustain today's living? Keep in mind, we have to take inflation into consideration. So let's say you only need $3,000 a month and inflation is projected to be up 5% in 30 years. That means $3,000 a month would only be able to buy what $1,500 was able to buy 15 years earlier. So you're gonna need $6,000 a month just to be able to buy what $3,000 is buying today. Think about the eggs, the bread, the gas. We all know how those gas prices are treating us right now. And if you're looking 30 years down the road, you have to double it again. So that $6,000 will be $12,000 a month to be able to sustain today's living. You're gonna need $12,000 a month to buy the same eggs, gas, and bread that $3,000 buys today. Crazy. So in order to have $12,000 a month, we're gonna need $144,000 a year, and we're assuming the rate of return is anywhere between 7 and 10%. What we would do is reverse engineer it, meaning we would need $1.5 million, a $2 million, or even a $3 million nest egg to hit this goal. And it's really a function of what's not the minimum. It's about how much we need to put aside, and with the flexibility, we should then get to the point where we can put in nothing or a very low amount. But it's really what's the most I can put in to achieve my goals. So yes, you can be a millionaire if you put away $500 a month for 30 years at a 7.2 rate of return. And if it was 10%, a 10% return, it'd be even much quicker. And now that I think about it, that $1 million might not be enough. So this is something we may have to reverse engineer and see if we can get $2 or even $4 million. People who have used a max funded tax advantage life insurance contract or an IUL see the value in this, and they know they need to max fund it and also be in compliance with TEFRA, DEFRA, and TAMRA, and then they'll have a big whopping cash cow. This is something that you can also see if you click the link in my bio. There's a free ebook that guides you from start to finish about what you can do to be able to grab and be that cash cow for yourself, for your family, and for your future. My name is Justin Smith. This is the Investments YouTube channel, and we'll see you next episode. Peace.